Howdy guys, welcome back to The Hanged Man. For this video, I think we're pretty much going to be wrapping up with building number 2. I feel like I've made a lot of progress, and this is probably going to be a little bit longer of a video, I'm guessing. There's a lot of cutscenes, and I make a lot of progress. But man, some of these puzzles coming up, they are so difficult. I mean, I got stuck on a couple, which I'll talk about when we come to them. But I got stuck on these for what feels like hours. But anyways, let's get started. The first thing to do is obviously check out this door with the shadow coming under it. Which, I mean, you got to do it. You got to do it. I love how the shadow just kind of slowly creeps under the door when you walk up to it. But come in here, and there's nothing to do in this room. But all these rooms in this area, they have like a secondary room with the bathroom attached to it. And wouldn't you know it, it's the doll. The same one. The headless doll. Let's go ahead and talk to it.
Again, why is it over here now? You saw it before too, right? This was the doll in that toilet.
Is it really the same doll? It's not exactly easy to tell in the dark. Besides, who would have moved it?
Why won't you believe me? This is definitely it.
Because I don't want to believe the doll moved on its own, okay?
Sophie actually makes a good point here. I mean, that's very, very logical to be kind of suspicious that it's the same doll. Because she's like, hey, I don't want to think it's the same doll. I don't want to think somebody moved it.
Well, yeah.
So what I thought you had to do here, you still actually have the spray can. So I thought you'd have to spray it to see if it was the same doll. Like next time you came across it, if there was spray paint on it, there would be evidence that it was the same doll, but you can't do that. And then one more thing too, which I don't think you have to do, but it's kind of weird that you're able to. Come down to, I think it's this room right over here. Let me take a look. Yeah, and it's the same doll again. I mean, there's no cutscene this time. It just says there's a doll with hair wrapped around it in the bathtub. It has no head. But yeah, it's there again, which I don't know why they did that. But anyways, I think the next thing to do, yeah, walk in front of this room. It makes that weird noise. Come in here, and there's two things to grab. First one's going to be this. Just grab a paper on the floor. And then it's going to be a note. So just to check it out, I think it's this one right here. Yeah, and this is, oh man, I don't know what this means yet. I know what this one means, but I don't know what these two mean. It's just some kind of hint to find items, I think. But I don't know. We'll get to that in the future. And then the next thing to grab is going to be this item. It's a wooden box on the floor. But if you look at it, it's kind of like a dice. And then you can move it around too. But I don't know what this does either. I don't know if it's related to the note. I don't think it is, but we're definitely going to be using this. I just don't know what it does yet. Okay, so here is where I got stuck. Well, almost, but look at all these rooms. I mean, all these rooms have two separate rooms. The initial room, and then the bathroom when you go right in here. And there's so many of these rooms. Of course, I've looked through all of them trying to figure out what to do. They all look the same, and there's nothing in all these rooms. So what you have to do right here is if you talk to the wall, it says the concrete wall has crumbled, showing the wood framework. The wood is rotting. So you have to use a hammer right here, and that's going to give you access to another room you're not able to get in any other way. So that wasn't the hard part. The hard part's still coming. What you want to do here is talk to the floor. It says debris has fallen from the floor. And this is going to give us access to the next floor, which, just to show it off, I guess I don't really have to, but you can't go to the next floor this way because there's debris in the way. So there's no other place to go. It's just these rooms. So come in here and just move the desk and then the chair on top of that. And you're not able to do this until you talk to that debris on the ground. So if you're not able to, just talk to the debris first. This doesn't seem very safe, by the way. This isn't something you'd want to fall from. But yeah, this gives us access to the next floor. This door right here is locked, but just go to the restroom. And I think there's just going to be a big hole in the wall. Yeah, you can walk out this way. Alright, so here's the first place I got stuck. All these rooms, again, they look the exact same. There's nothing to do in them. This way's blocked. But you see this door right here is open. So this room alone looks different from every other room. There's stuff on the ground. There's this box right here. If you talk to it, it says a security box that has a dial lock. And I mean, I could have sat here and guessed. There's obviously 10,000 different ways you can do this, but how long is that going to take? I've had to do it before in other games, but I don't like doing it. So what you want to do, the bathroom's locked. There's this picture on the wall. It's like a pinup picture of a lady, which we're not going to use that as the thumbnail. We are definitely not going to use that as the thumbnail. But you have to look at it 4 different times. And there's no indication that you have to do that.
How many times are you gonna look, you little perv?
That's not...
And it's like, why? That just seems excessively hard to me. Like, it would never occur to me to look at the same item 4 times. I think I looked at it twice and then like tried to use a couple items on it, like the pencil case and some of the other stuff I have. But I don't know. It just doesn't seem fair to me. It took me forever to figure it out. So that's the password, 5534. And that's what you have to use on this box right here. Okay, so that's going to give us the black notebook. And that's the same notebook that Ed was looking for. Ed? Is that his name? I think so. After that, let's go... Let me see, what do I do now? I think come up these stairs. And then just to show it off too, oh wait, I can't do that yet, but I'll show that off in just a second. For now, let's go to the dining room.
Pop! Thank goodness! I finally caught you. Don't go anywhere anymore, Pop. I'm hopeless without you.
What are you doing?
Sophie, thanks for all your help. Now I finally caught up to Pop.
Huh?
Pop, say hi. This is Sophie.
Ah! Why are you carrying that rat? Don't tell me your friend was...
This is Pop. He's my friend. I've been looking all over for him.
No! Keep it away from me! That's disgusting!
Pop, wait!
You're friends with that rat? You've gotta be joking. Those things are so gross. Not to mention... Look, I didn't mean... I just thought it was a human friend, you know? So, your friend's pretty cute, huh? I don't really care for rats myself, but...
Go. Just go! Get out of here! Why bother showing concern for a kid who's friends with a gross rat, right?
But you need to go too.
That's what I was going to do, but I'm sure as hell not going with you anymore.
Sorry, Will.
Will, why did you throw a ball at Mitch?
It wasn't me. Captain Murdoch did it.
Oh, here we go again. And tell me, where exactly is he right now?
He was with me earlier, but he ran when you came, teacher.
Will, what What do I always say? No one likes a liar. As punishment, you'll have no recess. Understood?
Teacher got mad at me because of you.
It's not my fault, Will. I was doing it for you.
Why you keep messing with me? I wanted to be Mitch's friend.
But Mitch treats you like a dummy. He's always smirking around you. Am I wrong?
Maybe you're right. But
Listen, Will. Ain't no reason to be friendly with people who don't understand you. Not Mitch, not the others, not teacher. Good friends gotta have understanding. Nobody out of this bunch knows a thing about you. They won't even try to know. Everybody calls you weird, but you know that's not true. They're the weird ones. They're dummies who don't know the things you know. You'd be better off on your own than trying to befriend the likes of them, don't you think? Ain't nothing to worry about, 'cause you've got us. We're the only ones who can understand you. Ain't that right?
are you guys my friends?
Course we are. Nothing lonely about it, eh, Will? You've got lots of friends.
Now we have another character, Murdoch. So there's 3 characters total that only Will can hear or see. Murdoch, which was that creepy doll holding onto Sophie. The mime, back from that flashback when he was a kid in his room and the lights came off and he came. And then Pop. So, I don't know. It's getting interesting. The storyline's definitely getting interesting. It's making me want to play faster just to find out what's going on. But these puzzles. There it is again. I get that bad feeling from this area. Nothing really happens here. We're actually going to grab this item coming up here in just a second, but we can't grab it just yet. So before we go any further, I just want to show this off because it might make it easier in case nobody knows about it. But come back over here, go up these stairs. And then what is this right here? This is the library, which we'll be going to that at the end of this video. But come over here, and if you walk up these stairs, it gives you access to a previous part of the game if you need to go back for anything, I'm guessing. But remember this area? I think I showed it in the first or maybe the second video. But it's just kind of like a little shortcut, which it's nice to know about if you do need to go back instead of walking all that way. Because this place is huge. This place is so big. Let's go. What is this right here? Oh, this is... Okay, yeah, come back here and go back in the dining room. So anyways, yeah, this game, it's the storyline's really, really good in my opinion. It's just these puzzles are getting really difficult.
Ed, what are you doing here? I thought you were way over in the other building.
Surprised? I know all sorts of secret routes here because I used to explore all the time.
Hey, give us some of those secret routes. I want those.
Is this the one, Ed?
You found it? Thank you.
Is that notebook yours?
No, it belongs to someone I knew. He showed me it a long time ago. I'm glad it was still around.
A long time ago?
15 years back. I lived here for about a year.
I heard that after it shut down as a mental hospital, this was a homeless shelter.
That's right. My father drank a little too much, so he couldn't do good work and was really poor. And Mom was dead, so... Then a priest at the church told us there was a place where poor people could stay for free and invited us here. Mr. George, who gave me this notebook, lived here. He gave me a photo too, but I'll probably never get that back.
This is a big place. Seems like it'd be hard to live in.
Sort of. It was really cold in winter. But, well, we all came together and helped each other, so it was really great. You don't look too happy, Will. Did something happen?
I got separated from Pop again. Also, there was a girl helping me look for Pop, but I said some mean things and drove her off.
You'd better apologize later, then.
Even if I did apologize, I'm sure she wouldn't forgive an asshole like me.
You shouldn't say bad words like that. Not to yourself or to other people. It's okay. I'm sure she'll forgive you. You're a good kid. I'll be going now. I'm still looking for something.
If it's okay with you, would you come with me? I'm feeling kind of discouraged being alone.
Sorry, Will. I'm in sort of a hurry. There's something I need to do. This notebook you gave me has the method. I can finally make some progress. If you find your talking rat, I want to see. I really like rats.
Okay, I got it. Ed, do you know about the Happy murders? You lived here 15 years ago, right?
Yeah, I was there. Lots of police came. It was a big thing, and then we couldn't live here anymore.
That must have been scary. 5 people suddenly being murdered.
It was just natural. After all, we were really unhappy.
Okay, that's a red flag right there. That is a red flag. We should probably keep an eye out for this Ed guy.
Bye now, Will.
Alright, so with that done, let's go ahead and if you take a look at this, it says transport elevator. There are boards on the bars affixed with screws. So we got that screwdriver back in the previous video. Let's use that on this, and now we have access to the elevator, but I mean, you still got to climb up and down. Up here, we don't have access to go up there yet. So just start going down, and then you'll see you can actually go in the elevator itself. But I don't think there's anyone in this one coming up here. Let me just double check that. Oh yeah, the door is firmly shut. Okay. So come down here. And then let's go in this one real quick. I think I can grab this right now. We're not going to use it right now, but just to get it out of the way. Go in this elevator. And I think this is actually remember back in the first video, you can see that item shining through the elevator grates? I think this is the item you could see. But it's just a key. And if you look at the key in your inventory, it says it's the key to the library, which is one of the doors we passed. Oh, by the way, that notebook, that black notebook we gave to Ed, if you looked at it in your inventory, it said, I shouldn't read this, it's Ed. So you never had access to look at it. So anyways, let's, control room. We don't have access to this yet, and I don't think we have access to this one yet either, no. So let's go... Wait, can we come out here? Yeah, this one's locked right now too, so we only have access to this one. So there's just a big pool of sorts, but come up here and wouldn't you know it, it's the doll. Yet again. Not again. Why does this keep showing up? I've had enough of this. I'm gonna go nuts already. Or maybe it's too late for that. I've been nuts a long time before today. Sophie and Keith both think I'm a weirdo. Whatever I say, they won't believe me. That's the way it's always been. There hasn't been a single person who's believed me about Mime or Murdoch or Pop. Well, no, there's been 2, Ed, and I'm guessing he's talking about David right here, his cousin. But that's just a hunch. This creepy place is just making me think about weird stuff. I better find Pop and leave quick. Yeah, no kidding. Let's find Pop and get out of here. Gosh. So talk to the doll again. You can actually grab it this time. It says, I don't want it to move and freak me out again. Maybe I'd be better off taking it with me. So yeah, let's go ahead and take it. And then after taking it, which I checked, but I'm not going to show because it's a lot of backtracking, but if you walk back to those 2 rooms I showed in the beginning of this video with the doll and the tub, the dolls are gone now. And if you talk to the place they used to be, it says the doll's gone, but nothing else happens. And I don't think you have to do that. It's just a little something you can do. So there's nothing else to do right now. You could talk to this right here. It says there's a drain pipe coming out of the tank. There's a valve attached, which we're going to use that in just a second. But for now, let's just go ahead and try to leave.
You should find a cleaner pool to swim in.
Is it okay to be starting a fire in here?
Forget about is it okay. I'm guessing you haven't found your rat, huh? So you wouldn't listen if I told you to go home and dry off.
So, you're not gonna say go home, huh?
Get off my back.
I might not be able to leave with Pop anymore.
And why's that?
When he sees me, he runs away. He won't talk to me at all now. Maybe he doesn't like being with me. Yeah, that must be it, since I'm such a hopeless idiot. He's disgusted. If I just did what Pop said, this wouldn't have happened. But this can't be how we say goodbye. Not when I still need Pop around.
I kept a rodent when I was a kid too. A hamster named Frosty. One day, I figured he was bored in this cage, so I let him out in the garden. Thought he could use a walk. The second I took my eyes away, he was gone. I found him in the mouth of the neighbor's cat. When I saw his tail sticking out, I screamed. I started hitting the cat to try and have it spit him out. Then the old lady next door came and hit me with her cane. Then my parents scolded me and spanked me too. In the end, Frosty never came back. I cried my eyes out, and I thought to myself, this can't be how we say goodbye. If that little Keith were here today, I know he would never tell you, go home. You've still got a chance of finding him too. So instead of blubbering, search until you're satisfied. I'll keep quiet to your school and the police.
Okay. I'll get going. Hey, thanks.
Hold on a sec. Have you seen my ring anywhere? Weird. I had it on earlier.
What, your wedding ring? Isn't it right there on your finger?
No, it goes on top of this one. It's a gold ring. Maybe I dropped it in that tank. Might have been washed away somewhere. If you don't know, that's fine. Get going.
I think Keith is actually a good guy in this game. I mean, he did just save us. And he seems pretty genuine. I don't know about Ed, the homeless guy. He's kind of giving me the creeps. One more thing to grab, and I think this is the hint from note number 2. It's just these 4 lockers, so check the third one right here. And that's going to give you some sort of weird torn label, I think. Yeah. And if you look at the label, it says G1, which is like, oh, great. More number puzzles. That's all I need. I'm not looking forward to solving some of these puzzles. So, yeah, we got the torn label. We got the wooden box. And, I don't know. I feel like these puzzles are going to start getting harder. So far, I haven't needed any help. But if I do need help or I have to look online, I usually talk about it. So anyways, the next thing we have to do is actually go get Keith's ring back. And to do that, if you take a look at the, no, not this room. Go back in this room, and if you talk to the water, it says, filled with water, you can't see the bottom. Keith, he must have dropped his ring, saving me. I doubt I could find it by diving in here. Betting he's gonna get mad at me again, but So what you want to do is, you gotta drain this thing. Here's the valve right here. We can't do it yet. But after that little cutscene with Keith telling us about his, he lost his ring, you're able to go outside now. Which, how nice is this to see? It's such a nice change of pace from the dull gray building. It's actually, like, kind of refreshing to be outside. But talk to this thing right here. It says a drain. I wonder if it connects with that water tank. If I run the water here, I might find the ring. But if I don't catch the ring as it passes through, who knows where else it'll go. It'd be good if I could stop it with something. So that's where we have to go back to the kitchen and get that colander, or that sieve, whatever they called it. So to get back there, I think we don't go in that one. Go, I think it was this elevator. Yeah, this place starts getting very confusing. And I think this door right here is still locked. Yeah, and there's nothing you can do. I checked a couple items like the knife, and nothing really opens this door right now. So just remember it's there. We'll come back to it. So let's go back up. Man, this thing is long. And you're actually, I don't know if I showed this off yet, but this one up here is locked for the time being. So we still have a lot of locked doors we've come across. But anyways, let's go back in the kitchen. Take the sieve. I know if I put this on the drain and run the water, maybe it'll catch the ring. Alright, perfect. Yeah, this is one of those logical puzzles that makes 100% sense. Which most of the puzzles in this game are. Except for the one where you had to cut the dolls open. That one didn't make sense. So, yeah, this game's getting really good, though. It's getting very, very good. There's going to be a new character introduced soon, too, which, again, I don't know if he's going to be a good guy or bad guy. And I still don't know where Sophie is. I hope we get reunited with her, because nobody likes walking around by themselves. So place the sieve. And then go back in the water tank. Turn the valve. And then it's going to catch it. Alright, you can kind of hear the water draining. I don't think the pool ever actually drains out, but just turn it on. You don't have to wait any amount of time. And then go talk to the sieve. And sure enough, yeah, we find the ring, which is pretty cool. That's it, the golden ring. And there's going to be another cutscene coming up. This ring's actually really important to Keith. Right here it says, it's kind of a weird ring. It's bumpy and misshapen. But it talks about the ring and gives a little bit more backstory on Keith. So let's go talk to him. He's in the control room right over here.
Here, Keith.
Hey, nice work finding it. Thanks.
That's a weird ring there. Seems pretty misshapen.
Yeah, because it's handmade. Me and my son.
You made a ring with your son? Why?
Precocious little guy wanted a ring for a Mother's Day gift. So I bought him a kit, and we made it together. Kinda messed it up, though. As you can see, it's too big even for me. I gave my wife a remade one, and took the mistake. It's kinda like a good luck charm.
That's cute. How old's your kid?
Would be 10 if he were alive.
Sorry.
For what?
I mean, just thought you might not want to talk to people about it. Why did he die?
Traffic accident?
My dad died when I was young, too. Accidents and illnesses, There's just nothing you can do, you know? So, don't let it get you down. I mean, no, that's not... What I want to say is,
Let me guess. You're trying to comfort me.
maybe.
You don't have to worry about me, kid. I appreciate the thought, though.
So there's a little backstory on Keith, and unfortunately he had a kid that passed away in a traffic accident. But what do I do now? What do I have? Oh, let's go to the library now. So this library part, I think I've mentioned this before, but there's going to be like a little chase scene coming up, and if you are able to hide from the guy, you get an achievement unlocked. And this is only on Steam, so if you're playing on any other platforms, then you don't have to worry about it. But if you want all the achievements, you got to hide from this guy. I think the library... I think I'm going the right way. Yeah, come down this door, and then just come up these stairs. You know what? I think I'm actually going to stop the video right here, because I think it's getting kind of long. Yeah, we're past the 30-minute mark, so I'll definitely have a new video tomorrow, I'm guessing. But anyways, if you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comments below, and thank you for watching.